Hi, it's Bill McClory from Clements Realty Group and Bay State Property Solutions. I'm here with Kevin Dillon from North Shore Bank, and today we are talking about how to get into the loan process and what happens when you do. So the first question is, what if you have no credit history?
Yep. Having no credit history is kind of the same as having bad credit, even though you didn't do anything to ruin it yourself. What you want to do is go ahead and start building up your score, whether it be for applying for credit cards. You can apply for cards at a store like Kohl's or Home Depot card might help you out. If you can't get approved for any of those, there's something called secured cards or secured loans, where essentially you're giving the payment to the company that's giving you the credit card, so it's no risk to them. But as you're making regular payments after you've been using it, it can build your credit just like a regular credit card would.
All right. And do I need to pay off all my debt?
You don't necessarily need to pay off all your debt. It depends on everybody's situation's different.
Yeah.
What'll happen when you sit down with the rep, we'll figure out, what are you making versus how much do you owe. Just because you make $1 million a year doesn't mean you can afford the biggest house in the world. If you're spending all that on debt, it's the same. Sometimes they're in a worse situation. Someone who maybe make $30,000 a year and has no debt at all. So it's completely different for everybody.
Oh, wow. Okay. And does my rent play a role in my approval?
Not really. When you go ahead and apply for a loan, one of the things we're going to ask you is if the house you're buying is your primary residence. If that's going to be the case, we're assuming that you're not going to be paying rent anymore because you're not going to live there. So we don't have to count that towards your debt.
All right. And what if I'm getting a gift?
What if you're getting a gift? What's going to happen is we're going to give you a gift letter.
Yeah.
To have you fill out. It kind of talks about where the gift's coming from, who it's from, how much it's going to be. The whole point of this is we want to make sure that that's not a loan that you're paying back. That'll go ahead and throw off your debt ratio. So we want to make sure that the gift you're getting is something that's yours to keep.
All right. And do I need to take a first-time homebuyers class?
It all depends on the loan program you're taking. Mass Housing, for instance, if you are a first-time homebuyer, they do require you to take a first-time homebuyer class. It's $75 for a household. Both borrowers can go, one person can go. It doesn't really matter. But they're very informational. So I would even even if you don't have to go, I might recommend that for anybody to go ahead and try it out.
And as a real estate agent, I love working with people that have taken that class because they know a little bit more than the average person at that point.
Sometimes they know more than us.
Yeah, you got that right. What if I just started a new job?
If you just start a new job, if you're making a salary, it's not really the end of the world. We're going to be able to go ahead and then use your income off your paychecks that you're getting, even though it won't show on your previous tax returns because it's new. We'll go off of the paychecks you're getting.
Yeah.
If you're making a commission or most of your income is off of overtimes or bonuses or something like that, that's going to be a little bit different. We typically need a 2-year look back. So hopefully you were coming from a commission job to a commission job, so we can go ahead and make that transition for you. If not, we would pretty much just go off your base.
And this is one that is coming up more and more. What if I make most of my money on tips?
If you make more, I've had this question before. Unfortunately, we can only count your income that you actually told the government that you made. So if you're making tips and it's going unreported, it's not really something we can count. So in anticipation of buying a house, what you're going to want to do is start reporting some of that as income if you were getting paid in tips or under the table, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And should I be putting all my money in one bank account?
You don't have to. When we ask you for your bank statement, that's fine to give us multiple bank statements. Actually, we prefer as the loan process gets, as you're starting to look into that, moving things around the least amount as possible is beneficial. So it's okay if you have your money spread out in multiple banks. That's not a problem.
Great.
Yeah.
And what documents should I have prepared?
Yep. The most basic ones you're going to find are 2 years of federal tax returns, your 2 years of your W-2s, all W-2s, not just your main job. Yep. We need them if you're working multiple jobs.
Perfect.
From everybody involved. We need 2 pay stubs from you. Got a couple months of bank statements. Again, it doesn't matter how many banks you're coming from. We just need 2 months worth of bank statements. In other places, ask you to verify unnormal deposits. That could range from some banks may say, give me a proof of anything you deposited that was over $1,000. Some places maybe look at your paycheck and ask you for, to verify anything that maybe is outside of that normal amount. So again, that all goes back just to make sure that you're not paying back any type of loan or getting funds that you're going to have to then pay back that would throw off that debt ratio we first talked about.
Great. And Kevin, can you let our viewers know the best way to get in touch with you
Yep.
for any further questions?
Yep. Kevin Dillon, North Shore Bank, right on the Lynn Trails Parkway in Saugus. You can reach me at 781-426-2167, or my email address is kdillon@northshore-bank.com.
Thank you very much for stopping
Great.
by, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks.